Hello, Ray Phoenix here. Welcome to Let's Play Jumping Flash Part 2. So now we're going to a highly nostalgic carnival. A carnival that plays generic carnival music. There's frogs here with police hats on there jumping at us. They're guarding the front of it. We can destroy them easy by jumping on them, shooting at them. There's going to be a lot of leaps of faith in this level. We have to make that really long jump to that bonus level. Even though I'm going to max out all the lives anyways, a lot of lives I probably don't even need anyways, I still like to do all the bonus levels, because I'm a bit of a completionist when I play these games. I like cleaning out games, like getting them 100% complete, and getting absolutely every single thing there is to get in the games. And these balloons also give us score too. They give us coins which add to our score. Not that that really matters, because I think score is completely useless in this game, in fact that it can lead to us getting new lives too. And now there's these like yellow tunnel things, these like yellow see-through tunnel things. For some reason our shots can be fired through them. Our shots go through them easy as if they're like, I don't know what they're made out of or something like that, because it's probably some sci-fi material, some futuristic material. This game technically is a sci-fi game, it is science fiction. Let's be set in some unknown year in the future, where we have robot rabbits that guard our world, and there's like giant robots that destroy our world too. This is obviously supposed to be the future, but it's unknown when. Is it like maybe several thousand years into the future where mankind is gone, or mankind as you knew it was gone, or something like that? And surely Baron-Aloha must be a carbon-based life form, because apparently you can survive the vacuum of space. In the intro, he was shown sitting outside in space. We see him outside space a lot of times, so he must be able to, survive the vacuum of space. It must be a carbon-based life form or something like that. So I already got one in Jetpod, and there's more stuff as well. A lot of these levels are filled with all sorts of crap you can look at. You can spend hours just going for these levels and looking at crap. There's books here, there's books that reads text on them. You can't really read the text, but there's like books open. I don't know if that's supposed to be a reference to something or not. This seems kind of random. I have a lot of books flying around, a lot of books that are just randomly sitting around. With text that it's probably written in some language and only people far in the future would get. And look, that book doesn't even have a title on it. People just know what books are based on looking at them. Never realized that much before. This game is supposed to be set in the future, and cultural things in the future are probably quite different than they are nowadays, where we are like in our present day. And yet I'm still playing this timeless classic. This game definitely is what I consider to be a timeless classic. The next level is even more nostalgic. A lot of people have very fond nostalgic memories of the next level coming up, and that's because the next level coming up is featured in the demo for this game. Yeah, I first knew about this game. A lot of other people first knew about this game from a demo that came with the first PlayStation in 1995. It's a demo, and it was mostly all videos, but it had a few playable demos, and one of those few playable demos happened to be this game, the original Jumping Flash World Free Dash 2. It plays what sounds like the kind of music that would come out of an ice cream truck. I'm not going to collect that thing that stops time so we can't hear this awesome soundtrack. It's awesome music. Yes, better than collect time extensions. 30 seconds. The only good thing that this time stops could do is it could show you the location on your radar in the top upper right hand corner. To show you where all the jet pods are located in case you get lost. But I don't need that. I know where all the jet pods are in this game. This level really is, this level's the reason why I fell in love with this game. The music is awesome, the visuals are awesome. This is like complete total eye candy right here, right in front of us. This game belongs if there was like if there was like a museum, like an art museum or an art gallery for video games, this game deserves a special place there. And you can jump back on these roller coaster things. There's like there's rainbow roller coasters everywhere. I wonder who designed this game, and I wonder if these people designed this game ever worked on anything else. I know the guy who did the music to this game did some music to anime apparently, or maybe he did some music to some other. I know he did some music to like anime movies or something like that. The guy who did this music he was a really good composer. He's dead now, unfortunately. He supposedly died of liver disease or something like that. Quite a shame, actually. He was a really good composer, a legendary classic. He's probably up there with like the people that did the music to Ape Escape, and even that Stuart Copeland that did the music to Spyro. Like those people are like a lot of legendary composers. Don't really get enough credit for their work in composing video game soundtracks. Video game soundtracks are a lot more important than most people realize. You think of all the mega budget games you have these days, people could afford to have good soundtracks in them, but apparently not. So that's the most nostalgic level in the game. And most people say that's the best level in the game, the best music and the best everything. They always want to put the best level in the game. They want it to be a good demonstration of what the full game has to offer. So it'll make people want to go to the stores and empty out all their wallets so they could buy a copy of this game. Only that's kind of hard to do now because this game is really expensive these days. This game is really rare. I actually got a copy of this game for Christmas in 2007, and I really got lucky there because nowadays it's really almost impossible to find a copy of this game for a decent, affordable price with how rare and valuable it is these days. It's one of the plastic long boxes too. Those plastic long boxes that PS1 games, very early PS1 games came in. It's in one of those. So now we're going after this genie machine. It looks like the genie from something. There's a lot of genies look like that. We're taking on this genie. It's supposed to be a clown, but this boss is even called the genie machine. The genie that sticks part. This is a bizarre boss. This is supposed to be its hairs, I think. Its hairs are pointy and spiky, and they're shooting out of its leg hairs. Clearly, this clown doesn't shave the hair on its legs. I mean, I never shave the hair on my legs. That's because I'm a guy, so I'm not really expected to shave hair off of my legs. But his hair was like pointy or prickly, kind of like the hair on my scalp after I shave my scalp. I'm just using up all my weapons. I'm just literally using up all my weapons and jumping on this thing. And pretty much every boss in this game can be defeated the exact same way. Just jump on them and blast the crap out of them in a And this boss is a little generous too, because you destroy the different parts of it. It gives you like power-ups, or weapons, and things like it to help fight the boss. It's like the boss wants us to win almost. It's like what I kept saying for all my Ape Escape Let's Plays. It's like the game wants us to win. The game wants us to be successful in what we do. And so we still got a pretty big score right there, and the boss is over. So now we're going to the next world, the Slippery Iceland. Yeah, it's funny they call it Iceland. It looks like Iceland froze over in the future. Yeah, we're going to Iceland apparently. Apparently because these are these places are supposedly part places in the real world, like where our actual world is. And yeah, apparently Iceland is icy and frozen in the future for some reason. It's funny because Iceland is called Iceland even though it's not actually icy. It's all green and lush, and yet Greenland is called Greenland, and it's all icy and frozen up. And apparently they can still have those moths. Those killer moths are still here in Iceland. Maybe some have survived the Ice Age or something like that. And even like the slippery side, like there's like a slippery, like a sign you can actually see on the side of a road of a car slipping and sliding around. This level is slippery. It actually does feel like you're walking on ice and stuff, which is actually good. It's actually good they managed to nail the ice physics in this game. There's still friction, there's still traction, but yet it still has ice physics. They actually did a really good job with that. I'm gonna stand on these gem things. They almost look like those gems you get in the original Crash Bandicoot from breaking all those boxes. I think in the original Crash Bandicoot you got some sort of colored gem, I think, or something like that for breaking all the boxes. I don't know, I haven't played the original Crash Bandicoot in years. And I'm left without a controller right now. I've been traveling around for the last few months, which is why I haven't been making as many YouTube videos lately. And I don't have a controller all of me, so I just have to play games on my keyboard, which everyone knows how awesome the keyboard is for gaming, right? And to make matters worse, it's not even a gaming keyboard. My Alienware that I used to have would have been better for something like that, but I got rid of that. I was forced to get rid of that piece of crap nearly 2 years ago. That Alienware really was a piece of crap computer. It wasn't a great computer at all. Good riddance that it's gone. That's exactly what I said when I found I'm getting a new computer. Good riddance. The good thing is the computer I have now is actually working pretty good. It's what I'm using to play this actually right now and to edit these videos and record these videos and all that stuff. I'm actually using my computer for that. So yeah, so obviously this isn't really good computer. It's an HP laptop from 2021. I recommend HP. HP is a brand I've always trusted. The first computer my family ever owned was an HP computer, an HP Pavilion from 1999. Yeah, my family bought an HP Pavilion just a few days after Christmas Day in 1999. I have fond memories watching my father do all sorts of crazy crap on that thing. He even got to emulate PS1 games on it. I think I told that story in another video. I don't even remember what stories I tell in my videos anymore. I've told so many stories. I've had this channel for like 6 years now. Yeah, I think we have this channel for like about 6 years, and I've told so many stories over the course of my YouTube video career, if you want to call it. I have so many videos where I tell so many stories, I don't even remember what I talk about anymore. I don't even remember anything anymore. I don't even remember half of the videos I've made. Sometimes, like, I made a video about that? Really? I did that way back then? It's like, I remember now. It's like I somehow reached the limits of my memory strand. And I thought my memory strand was really good. As it turns out, it's not. That's why people suffer from the Mandela effect. A lot of our memories are not as good as we think they are. You know, my memory seems to be getting worse and worse over time. It's quite concerning. I hope I don't end up with, like, memory problems in the future to the point where I can't even remember what happens when you beat Jumping Flash. What happens when you beat Jumping Flash? So now we're underwater. This is probably the first time in the entire series where we actually go underwater. And the water physics are pretty much the same. They didn't bother to program, like, what happens when you go underwater. Kind of like in the original Mega Man, where when you went underwater in the first game, it did absolutely nothing. But in the sequel, and they did all the sequels, they make it so that there's less buoyancy or more buoyancy or everything. Exactly how buoyancy works. But you weigh less underwater, so you can jump higher, and the physics are slightly different. It's like underwater physics. I think Jumping Flash 2 may have had something. I think Jumping Flash 2 had water physics. But no, they didn't do it in this game, but I can forgive them for that. There aren't very many water segments at all in this game. There's really much of that in this game. It probably would have been a lot more time and effort to program water physics. But we'll see more of that in the second game. Even the third game has stuff like that too. And it really messed up my emulator. I used to use EPSXE to play those games, and yeah, it didn't work very well. I eventually had to switch to EPSXE 205. I don't use that much anymore. Well, actually, I did start using that again, mostly because for some reason, RetroArch, when you use the keyboard, it doesn't recognize all the shoulder buttons for the PS1 games. So some PS1 games that require the L2 and R2 buttons, a lot of those are unplayable on RetroArch only using a keyboard, which is why I go back to EPSXE 205, because I could use a keyboard and I could program it so it could use the shoulder buttons, the L1, L2, R2, R1, R2 buttons. So it's actually easier for playing games. I actually managed to play for a lot of Twisted Metal games using my keyboard thanks to EPSXE 205. So it's like EPSXE 205 still does have some merits over the emulators in RetroArch. But again, RetroArch isn't exactly an emulator, it's a collective of emulators. The large conglomerate of all your favorite emulators. It has DuckStation on it. It has like Beetle on it as well too. I mostly use Beetle and DuckStation to play for emulators. Apparently DuckStation is something you could actually get like as a standalone thing. I should actually use DuckStation standalone on Windows. So I don't know how that works exactly. I've only ever used a standalone DuckStation on my phone. Yeah, I tried playing PS1 games on my phone. The phone's actually really good for playing a lot of PS1 games. If you have a controller you can connect it, which I actually did find a way to connect an actual PS1 controller to my phone. I want to make a video of that, but all that stuff is at my home now, which I'm far away from. I'm several thousand miles away from home right now. Or at least it seems that way. So we destroyed that robot tortoise, that transforming, well, it's not really a transformer, it looks like it could be a transformer, that robot tortoise. And now we're going to be blasting off to Chinatown. Most likely the Chinatown in New York City or somewhere like that. Looks like the kind of place Biff from Back to the Future owned in the second movie. And so that concludes this video. This is Ray Phoenix, signing out.